In the comments below, I want you guys to drop, and I mean this, I want you guys to drop your ideal free agency period for your team. Because when it comes to free agency, okay, actually, let me say this. There's no wrong or right answer. When it comes to free agency, I feel like people feel like their team has to be right. I feel like people feel like their opinion has to be right. That doesn't necessarily have to be the case. When it comes down to this NBA stuff, we all have opinions, but nobody has a crystal ball. We've seen under the radar and what people have thought to be bad signings turn out great all of the time. So until we actually see some of these signings and some of these players in action, we should probably withhold our judgment. With that being said, I'm not withholding any judgment at all. I think a lot of Pelicans fans actually don't like me because I've been incredibly critical and brutally honest about the future and direction of our team, when the reality is, I just want the best for us. The Pelicans are in a great spot right now. The Valanciunas trade was brilliant. The Pelicans are stacked with young talent, and they're stacked with cap space. I don't want New Orleans to blow this golden opportunity. I don't want the Pelicans to look back at this free agency period and say, this is where it all went wrong. While the Pelicans are in a great spot, they have a very tough decision to make. And unfortunately, there's a chance that they may have already made that decision. This video, we have a ton to talk about: Lonzo Ball, DeMar DeRozan, NBA free agency. But before we go any further, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You will not want to miss another Get Like Coop video, and that's facts. I'm going to tell you guys right now, we have some great things coming to the channel, so you'll definitely want to subscribe, become a part of Noti Gang. Also, guys, check out my podcast. Me, the Flight Mike Korzimba, we bring you guys Laced Up, one of the best basketball podcasts on the planet. The link to Laced Up is going to be down in the description below. If you were the New Orleans Pelicans, would you try to sign Lonzo Ball to a long-term extension, or would you try to overpay Kyle Lowry for a short period of time? I'm hearing that Kyle Lowry may get 3 years, $90 million, or something around that price range. Keep in mind that at this point in Lonzo's career, he's a much better player than Kyle Lowry was. It's easy to get lost in the hype. It's easy to get lost in the hate. It's easy to forget that Lonzo Ball is still only 23 years old. It's easy to forget that this is somebody that's gotten better virtually every season. Don't get me wrong, I like Kyle Lowry. I would love a veteran leader on the Pelicans, but at the same time, this guy is 35 years old. You're going to be paying him until he's 38. After seeing what the Suns did after bringing Willie Green in as a head coach, I get that you want that Chris Paul effect. But what happens if Lowry's play falls off of a cliff? What happens if Lowry realizes that his career is coming towards an end? The Pelicans aren't winning games and he just becomes less motivated than he would have been elsewhere. At 23, we know Zoe's a hard worker. We know Zoe is going to be playing for another contract. Now, don't get me wrong, Lowry has never struck me as that type of player. He's never struck me as the type of guy that would mail it in on any team. To be short, I see the upside with Lowry. I see the upside with Zoe. Let me know if you guys think I'm tripping in the comments below. At the end of the day, I'm just a Pelicans fan that doesn't want to waste another generational talent. Even though we did get Boogie AD, that's a conversation for another video. Yesterday, it was reported that Lonzo Ball and the Chicago Bulls have mutual interest on a 4-year deal worth over $80 million. If the New Orleans Pelicans do not renounce Ball, that agreement would have to come via an offer sheet, which New Orleans would have the option to match. Now, at this very moment, I've seen no indication that the New Orleans Pelicans plan to match an offer sheet for Lonzo Ball. As a matter of fact, I've seen reports that say the Pelicans' marriage with Lonzo Ball is over. Chris Haynes reported, unless there is a major hiccup, sources tell him that Lonzo Ball plans to work out a contract with the Bulls, while the Pelicans are planning to go even harder after Kyle Lowry. Guys, I'm not tripping, right? You guys can see why I'm scared, and you can see why a Lowry deal would worry me. Even if you don't agree with it, tell me you understand my thought process. Now, reportedly, Kyle Lowry has been a target for the Heat since the beginning of the offseason. Although not finalized, only a major overpay could stop Kyle Lowry from joining the Miami Heat. Only a major overpay could stop Kyle Lowry from joining the Miami Heat. If this isn't agent talk, I don't know what is. If Kyle Lowry came on a reasonable contract, I would want him. I would not want to have to massively overpay Kyle Lowry to bring him to New Orleans, and that's why I'm fine with not getting Kyle Lowry. Apparently, Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, and Jimmy Butler want to team up in Miami. You throw Bam Adebayo into that, and I'm not exactly sure how good they would be. Guys, let me know your thoughts on how good the Miami Heat would be if they got Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. Do you guys think this team would turn into contenders yet again? Or do you guys think that the Miami Heat would be 2-3 zoned into oblivion? Which brings us to the DeMar DeRozan situation. DeMar DeRozan intended on joining the Los Angeles Lakers, but with the signing of Russell Westbrook, DeRozan taking less money seems way less likely. While I love Westbrook to LA, I kind of feel bad for DeMar if he doesn't end up playing basketball in Los Angeles at some point in his career also. Because reports say that DeRozan held talks with LeBron James about joining the Los Angeles Lakers before the Russell Westbrook deal kind of eliminated that whole possibility. DeRozan has been through a lot in his career. I want to see DeRozan win and be happy. I thought Los Angeles would have been a great opportunity to do that, but I guess things don't always go how you plan them out in your head. Now, with DeRozan, I've also seen reports that he may be interested in joining the Dallas Mavericks. What do you guys think about DeMar DeRozan and Luka Doncic sharing the floor together? Let me know if that would be a W or L down in the comments below. Is DeRozan an upgrade over Tim Hardaway Jr. at this point in his career? While we're here, would you rather Tim Hardaway Jr. or Victor Oladipo for your team? Back to the Chicago Bulls. Reportedly, there are strong indications from league sources that there is mutual interest between D-Rose and his storied hometown franchise. I don't think the league is ready for Derrick Rose to return home. And when I say I don't think the league is ready, that's just my way of saying that I think Derrick Rose returning to Chicago would be something that is great for the NBA. For some reason, it feels like Rose isn't the biggest name anymore, but for the New York Knicks, he was that vet leader. He was that high-level player. Also, he was their best player in the NBA playoffs. I know what you guys are thinking. What would this mean for Lonzo Ball? Well, reportedly, the Bulls don't view the Derrick Rose and Lonzo Ball situation as an either-or. They're interested in bringing in both. Which would bring me to the question, what does this mean for Kobe White? There are going to be a lot of moving pieces this offseason. Make sure you guys subscribe and turn on notifications right now so you can stay up to date. I'm going to be dropping content non-stop. In the comments below, let me know what you guys think of all these situations. Where would you most want to see Lonzo Ball, DeMar DeRozan, and Derrick Rose if it was all up to you? Check out the news on the screen right now. Apparently, Kyle Lowry going to the Miami Heat has gained even more steam, which means the New Orleans Pelicans now need to re-sign Lonzo Ball more now than ever, because I'm not sure the Pelicans have a backup plan. As a matter of fact, the report right now is that Dallas and the New Orleans Pelicans have already started to look elsewhere. Guys, it's going to be a long off season, isn't it? Clicking the video on the screen right now is a great way to support my channel. I'm Get Like Coop, bringing you guys the scoop until our next upload.